First of all, I want to take a moment to acknowledge and deeply thank each of you for being here tonight. You could have chosen to do anything else during these 3 nights, but you decided to prioritize yourself and your growth. So that decision alone speaks volumes about the kind of person you are. Let's get started. I am Ana Maria, and I'm so excited to be here with you as the founder of Journey to Oneself. A few years ago, I found myself in a place where everything looked fine on the outside, but inside I felt stuck and disconnected. My life had become a routine, and while I had all the markers of success, I knew something was missing. I craved purpose, connection, and the courage to show up as my most authentic self. Starting this journey wasn't easy for me. I wasn't ready, I doubted myself, and I questioned whether I could ever make it work. But then I remember a quote that changed my perspective. You don't have to be great to start, but to be great, you have to start. So I said yes, even before I had all the answers, and I figured it out step by step. So this work transformed my mindset, helped me master my emotion, and aligned me with my true purpose. Along the way, I've had the privilege of witnessing incredible transformation in other people too. Clients like Kat, who found calm and clarity, or Nihada, who learned to embrace balance and live with intention. These stories fuel my passion for this work because I know firsthand how powerful it can be. I'm proud to bring this challenge as a graduate of the ReGeneration Academy, where I completed their transformational program, and as a current student in their master program. I am also studying at the Coaching Institute in Melbourne to deepen my expertise and serve you at the highest level. Over the next 3 nights, I'll be your guide. I'm here to support you, encourage you, and help you to take the steps toward your own transformation. Because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that saying yes to yourself is the most powerful decision you can make. Let's get started. All right. So let's start with a quick reflection. Why are you here? Simon Sinek says, start with why. And I believe knowing your why will guide you through any how. So let's explore. Please raise your hand if you are here because personal development and lifelong learning are important to you. Who identifies as a lifelong learner? You're my people. Constantly seeking growth is one of the most rewarding journeys you can embark on. Raise your hand if you're here to build a deeper, more authentic relationship with yourself. As the saying goes, the most important relationship you will ever have is the one with yourself. No matter where you go, you will always be there. Imagine the freedom that comes from truly knowing, loving, and trusting yourself. And finally, raise your hand if you are here because you are ready to take the next step in your journey, whether might look like for you. Maybe it's building confidence, creating a new career path, or simply living a more fulfilling life. Thank you. Great. Thank you for sharing. Now that we've set the tone for this incredible journey, it's time to dive a little deeper. In your breakout rooms, take a few moments to reflect and share your thoughts on these powerful questions. 1. What brought you here today, and why is this the right time for you to begin this journey? You don't need to answer all the 3 questions, but remember, it's just like a guide for you to continue the conversation in the breakout room. 2. What is one area of your life you are most committed to transforming in 2025? And why does this matter to you? And the third question, what intention will you set to ensure that your past no longer dictates your future. Should I repeat the questions, or you just answer why you're here then? Let's make it easier. Let's share with the others in your group why you're here and why it's important for you and what's the most important aspect for you to change in 2025. All right, so you'll have 10 minutes in your group to share and connect with each other. If you feel comfortable, I'd love to share your reflection in the main group afterwards when we come back. So tonight we are planting the seeds of transformation. And over the next 3 nights, we'll water them with action, reflection, and connection. Thank you for showing up for yourself and for trusting me to be your guide on this journey. All right, let's make these 3 nights the start of something extraordinary. Let me get the breakout rooms now. Welcome back, everyone. Beautiful people. Who would love to share in the wider group why are you here for this session? What exactly clicked from my message and what resonated with you and what do you expect from this session? Who would love to join? To share with the group? Sonia.
Hello, Anna-Maria.
Lovely. Hello, Sonia. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm really excited to be here. So
Thank you for joining. It's
thank you.
amazing to have you here.
Thank you. All right, what brings me here? Look, I've got to say that your message has really resonated with me when it talked about there is a lot more than just us and how we show up and what we've done. And I'm very much into my ancestors. It's time to look into that because in this modern day world, we've forgotten what it's all about and we're too insular. And I think we need to be a little bit out. So I loved the idea of the layers and all that. So you sparked my interest. And talking to Susan just then, she's lovely. And I think there's obviously some common threads, I think, with women especially. So
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you for sharing, Sonia. Such a powerful share. Thank you. Who else is here for the ancestors part? Because indeed we are part of something larger and we don't often think about it. Who else? Just raise your hands if you feel like, great, great. Sharon, Bobby, I see you. Perfect. Anyone else would like to share the reason why it's here? We are in a safe place here. Thank you. Yes, Kay.
After speaking with Denise, I think we all share a common thread that we're looking for a community, a safe community, and that personally, just for myself, it's about values and self-care and coming more from the heart rather than our mind. That heart math is quite an interesting concept.
Yes.
I'm sure you'll probably be sharing some of that.
Yes, I prepared so much content for you this evening, ladies. I'm so excited. It is the first time I'm running it, and I wanted to put a lot of value here. So thank you for sharing this, Kay. What exactly from the message resonated with you? Which part it was more important for you?
I think I'm looking for 2025 because I know that this is a time of change in our human history. And how do we actually do that, but remain centered and grounded and
Amazing.
share that with community?
Yeah, that's a powerful message indeed. When we work on ourselves, the light we bring on ourselves, then we spread over the communities we are part of. Isn't this right? Who else resonates with this? So when you lighten yourself, all the others around you benefit from that light. So it's amazing for you to prioritize this work, Kate. Thank you for sharing. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, so let's take a look briefly of what we will be exploring over the 3 days. So you already know day 1, we're going to cover the roots and the trunk. And I don't know how many of you have seen the level 1 video, but the methodology, it's mapped on a tree. So the roots represent the ancestors, the trunk represents the relationship with our parents, then the branches, represents our bodies, the leaves, our emotions, and then the flower, it is the sub personalities that we have. So that is a concept of internal family system, but we'll get there. So today we'll start with the roots and the trunk. I put these two sessions together. Then in day 2, we'll be talking about the branches and the leaves and how we reconnect with our body and how we master the emotions. And day 3, we work with the flower and the sun, which the sun represents our inner self. So each day builds on top of the last one, guiding you to a deeper understanding, healing, and transformation. So I cannot wait to get you through all these details. So throughout the session, what to expect? We will be alternating between theoretical content and guided exercises and opportunities to share, like we've done a few minutes ago in breakout rooms and also in the larger group. So intention is to keep things dynamic and engaging and full of energy. All right, so let's move to the first section, which is represented by the roots. So let's talk about the family system. And I promise to keep it simple and relatable. So it's not just about you, your parents, or your children. It's much bigger than that. It stretches across generations, including your ancestors, your relatives, your parents, and even people who've influenced your family journey. Here's something fascinating. Many of the challenges we face today are rooted in events that happened 3 or 4 generations ago. And when it comes to major traumas, the impact can reach even further back. But the family system isn't limited to blood relatives. So it can include anyone who played a significant role in your family story. For example, a doctor who saved a family's member might be energetically included in your system. It can also extend to individuals who were harmed by a family member. They too have a place in the system. So if you are adopted, for example, your system includes both your biological and adoptive families. You may carry emotional or energetic blockages from your biological family, while also taking on traits or challenges from your adoptive family out of love and loyalty. So here's the best part. You don't need to know every detail of your family history to work with these dynamics because your unconscious mind already holds all the information you need. What really matters is understanding the systemic laws of love. And I've talked about this in my video. I don't know how many of you have seen it. So the laws are principles that shape your family system and your inner world. So these laws are keys to healing, growing, and finding wholeness. The systemic laws of love are like invisible rules that keep everything flowing smoothly, much like how a tree grows. If a tree gets the right amount of sunlight and support, it grows tall and strong. But if it's planted on a hillside, it adapts to its environment, right? So we do the same thing in the systems we are part of, our families, our workplace, and even communities. These laws guide us, but when we go against them, things can feel off, and love and connection don't flow as they should. Here are the main 3 laws in every system. They apply in every system, right? The first one is the law of belonging. Everyone has the right to belong, no matter what. Excluding someone, whether it's a family member, a colleague, or even a part of yourself, creates imbalance. And here's the kicker. That exclusion doesn't just disappear. It shows up somewhere else, impacting you or even future generations. The second law is the law of balance. It is all about the give and take. So every relationship, whether with people, your job, or even yourself, thrive on a balance of giving and receiving, right? So if one side gives too much or too little, it creates imbalance, affecting everyone involved. The only exception to this law, it is the relationship between parent and children, where the parent gives and the children receive. But you will find more details about this in level 1 free video series if you want. And the third law is the law of order. Respecting hierarchy is crucial. In families, this means honoring those who came before you, your parents, your grandparents, your ancestors. In workplaces, it's about respecting roles and leadership. Ignoring this law often leads to chaos and breakdowns. And let's talk now about our inherited burdens. So, our ancestors experienced conflicts, hardships, and intense emotions, as you might know really well. And shame, guilt, fear, and frustration, they couldn't fully process. And these unresolved feelings didn't just disappear, unfortunately. So they were passed down through generations, becoming burdens that we carry today. So here's the interesting part. When we reject something, whether it's a situation, a part of ourselves, or even a family story, we create resistance. It becomes like a wall we keep hitting. So Bert Hellinger, the pioneer of the family constellations, thought that healing comes when we honor what came before us. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything. It means accepting that it exists. When we fail to honor the past, we can feel stuck in cycles of resistance, what Bert Hellinger called hell. But the moment we say yes to what is, when we accept it without judgment, we unlock new possibilities for growth and freedom. Here's the surprising truth. If we don't accept certain aspects of our life or family, we might unconsciously repeat them. This is called hidden loyalty, a deep, often unconscious connection that holds on even when our mind is pushing it away. But when we embrace the family system with love and awareness, we create the space to heal, to grow, and to thrive. So let's unlock this space together. We'll do an exercise now. Are you ready? Who's here with me? All right. Well, everything you need is to be in a comfortable, quiet place where you cannot be disturbed. And this is just an inward work. I will guide you through all the steps. And you just need to close your eyes and listen to my guidance. I see Bobby moving. That's all right, Bobby. Find a comfortable and quiet place. So, okay. Let's do a simple exercise to see if you might identify with someone in your family system. Yeah? All right. So, if you feel more comfortable, you can close your camera. I don't need to see you. Or you can keep it as it is. All you need to do is to close your eyes, or you can keep them open as you wish. As we go through a few questions, just pay attention to anything that comes up for you. And feel free to write down everything that seems important. Ask yourself, it is possible you are feeling or behaving in ways that belong to someone who lived before you? Maybe you carry emotions that don't quite fit with your life experiences. If you think this is the case, write it down. Do you ever experience feelings, symptoms, or behaviors that don't make sense based on your own life story? Is there unresolved guilt, grief, or pain in your family that's been left unspoken? Maybe there's someone who was excluded or rejected by the family for something they did. Or could there be a trauma, like a premature death, a crime, or a family tragedy that people didn't talk about because it was too painful? Now take a moment to relax. Close your eyes, if you haven't already, and start focusing on your breath. With every inhale, feel energy coming into your body. And with every exhale, let go of any tension you might be holding. When you're relaxed, think back to what we just talked about. Is there something in your emotions or behavior that might be connected to your family's past? It could be something simple, or it might be something more significant. If a connection comes to mind, maybe there's someone in your family who's been through something similar to what you're feeling. Just imagine that person. If you can visualize them, even just a guess or memory, say in your mind, I'm connected to you out of love. And notice how you feel when you say this. You might feel relaxed, or maybe nothing changes for you, and that's totally okay. The important thing is that the connection, if there is one, is always out of love. If there's something there, just let love fill your heart. Families are deeply united, even if not always on the surface, but there's a deep bond. When you're ready, gently bring your attention back here. Open your eyes, take a deep breath, and notice what's happening inside. How was that for you? Whatever you experienced, whether it was an emotion or a feeling, allow it to be there. There's so much love in these connections. And welcome back. You can move your head a little bit and your shoulders. And breathe deeply. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And we're going to do another exercise with the ancestors. I was looking at the poll that I posted on Facebook and also the Sonia's feedback, and I readjusted the section with the ancestors to include a little bit more. This is the second exercise with the ancestors, if you're ready. It will be a little bit more deeper, but the same as the first one. You just follow my guidance. All right, close your eyes. Relax. Breathe deeply. And allow your body to unwind. Feel how you are right now. You are here in this moment. You are safe. And for a moment, just create space for this state of relaxation. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth. And then you may feel that emotion, tension, or tightness that you've been carrying with you. So allow yourself to feel this for a moment. It might be anger. It might be fear. It could be anything. Just breathe and say yes. This is a part of you, and this part connects you to someone from your family's past, from your family history. You might know who that person is, or perhaps you don't know who that person is. It doesn't matter. Just imagine this person standing in front of you. Just try to make this image as clear as possible. Breathe and stay calm, even if you can't see their face. Find the distance that feels right for you, the distance that makes you feel comfortable. You might take a step back or two. Find the appropriate distance. And if the person is unknown to you, thank them for appearing in your life. And say, I don't know who you are, but I am connected to you. And find the right distance. And then say, you came before me, and I came after you. And then look at them as you say, I am connected to you. I am connected to you and to what happened to you, to what you experienced. It has not been forgotten. And if you know what this person went through and you feel it's appropriate, you can say, it was terrible, Then notice if there is anything you would like to spontaneously communicate to this person. Notice if you can now see their face more clearly. Perhaps you can see their eyes more clearly. Maybe you can notice if they can hear you, if they are listening to you, and how they react to what you're saying. You are not forgotten, and I am connected to you. I don't want to leave you alone with this. And as you say this, just feel this powerful love, the love of a child that is limitless and doesn't want to leave someone alone. You have this love within you. You are this love. And see if this person speaks to you. Maybe it's your grandfather, and he says something like, I am your grandfather, and I came before you. Or if it's someone you don't know, imagine they say to you, I came before you, and you came after me. I can see your love, and this love touches my heart. See how this person tells you that it was terrible, how what they experienced was terrible, a horrible event. And listen as they say, this belongs to my life and my destiny. I carry this, and you honor me by living it with me. Look at their face and see if you can accept this. Sometimes you might not be ready to leave this person alone just yet. You might need a little bit more time. And for now, you don't want to leave this person alone. Just feel the love you have for this person and feel when you are ready to honor this ancestor of yours. Then simply say, I honor you and your experience and what happened to you, and I leave it all to you with respect. Gently bow your head forward. You can bow before your ancestor. Then continue by saying, I am just a child, and you have a very important place in my heart forever. Please look upon me with kindness when I enjoy my life and when I am free. And just receive and observe the love that comes from your ancestor toward you. Perhaps they can say to you, you can be happy and relaxed and free. Imagine them offering you their blessing to live a happy life. Receive this love, and then you can see the image of this person, feel what you have received, and then turn your back to that person and look towards your life, towards the present, towards the future. And notice what feels different in your body. It could be a state of relaxation, joy, anything. Feel it and feel the gratitude in your heart. Now, gradually come back to here and now. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back. You can move a little bit your head and your shoulders. Okay, good. I hope it was interesting, at least for you. We'll be having the breakout rooms after we finish the content with the parents, and I'm so keen to hear how was it for you. So let's talk about the parents now. If you want to have a break and have a sip of water or just move a little bit. I see Wendy having a sip of water, that's good. I see Kay coming back. I hope everyone else is okay. Okay. Now let's talk about the parents. Our parents are like the trunk of a tree, strong, steady, and the foundation that supports everything in our lives. Finding your rightful place with the family system is absolutely essential, because without it, we can't fully step into our true perspective on life. So now, when I say honoring and respecting our parents, I'm not just talking about being polite or dutiful. This understanding goes much deeper, influencing specific areas of our life, like how we deal with money, success, authority, and even romantic relationships. How we connect with our parents shapes so much of who we are. If we don't respect them, or worse, if we feel superior to them, we disrupt that foundational trunk that's meant to support us. Here's an interesting breakdown. Your relationship with your mother reflects your connection with yourself, with your body, with your partner, and with your success in life. And your relationship with your father shapes how you connect with others, with money, with institutions, and authority. If you're wondering whether you've truly found peace with your parents, here are 4 signs that might say otherwise. Number 1, you still follow everything your parents tell you to do, where they continue to direct your decisions. This is definitely a childlike state. Second, you do exact the opposite of what your parents say. This is a step towards maturity, but still tied to their influence. Number 3, you've completely cut off contact with them, either by distancing yourself emotionally or keeping the relationship formal without any real connection. And number 4, you still hope or expect your parents will change. This is a deep one. Whether it's in how they act, what they say, or how they treat you, you are still expecting them to be different. Our relationship with our parents profoundly impacts every aspect of our existence, even if we don't realize it. Think about your attitude toward life for a moment. Do you see life as challenging, abundant, risky, unpredictable? Or maybe you feel life never gives you enough, or you are just unlucky? These views are often deeply connected to how we've absorbed and internalized our relationship with our parents. Now, take a moment to ask yourself, what is your attitude towards life? Is it more positive or negative? How much of that attitude might be tied to your connection with your parents? With this in mind, let's move forward to do an exercise. This exercise is called Your Attitude Towards Life. Are you ready, everyone? All right, thank you. Let's take a moment to get comfortable, please. Begin by taking a few deep breaths, allowing your body to relax with each inhale and exhale. Whether you're sitting with your back supported or lying down, just make sure your spine is straight and you are in a position that feels comfortable. And for the next few minutes, follow your breath. Breathe in a cool, white mist, and as you exhale, imagine letting go of a gray mist, representing any tension or stress. With each breath, feel your body softening, unwinding, and relaxing deeper and deeper. It's in this relaxed state that we can make meaningful changes in our subconscious mind. Now take a moment to reflect on this question. What is my connection and my attitude towards life? And let this question sit with you for a moment. What I mean by this is that our attitude towards life is often a reflection of the attitude we have towards what our parents have passed down to us. If you feel like you want more out of life, it could be that somewhere deep down you feel like you didn't get enough from your parents. If you feel angry at life, there may be unresolved anger towards your parents. On the other hand, if you feel grateful for life, it's likely that you're also grateful for what your parents gave you. Just notice if there's a connection between how you approach life and how you feel about your parents. You might find that your life isn't perfect. None of ours is. And there may be something you could improve in your attitude towards it. What I encourage you to do is focus on your relationship with your parents, because by changing something within to this relationship, you can also shift your relationship with life itself. We all came into this world through our parents. Through them, we are connected to a much bigger story that goes all the way back to the beginning of humanity. Our parents are the link to the current of life. But we are not the source of that current. We've received the spark of life, along with all the history of our family, and it lives within us. Let's take a moment to feel that connection with your parents, or the lack of it. Simply allow yourself to feel it. No matter what your story is about them, feel the relationship and notice how it's present in your physical body. Now, imagine your parents standing in front of you. Whether you met them or not, and if you can't visualize them, that's okay. Just sense their presence. Hold this image for a moment and ask yourself, do I welcome them with open arms, or is there some resistance? Do I feel they welcome me with love? Do I feel differently towards one of them compared to the other? Is my body relaxed, or does it tense up as I imagine them? If life-giving energy were flowing from them to me, how much of it do I allow myself to receive? Is it 5%? 25%? 75%? Or the full 100%? Just observe. The life force that flows from our parents to us is freely given. We don't have to do anything except receive it. Imagine this life force like the main power cable that supplies electricity to a home. If there's an issue with the main cable, no matter how well wired the house is, the power supply will be affected. Now, as we bring this exercise to a close, I invite you to gently return to the present moment. And when you're ready, write down in your journal the percentage you noted. How much of that life-giving energy you've received. Take a few moments to write it down. You can have a sip of water. Again, move your shoulders a little bit and your head. I look forward to hearing your thoughts, but I have just a closing part and then we are here together for a conversation. I'm pretty sure you have questions and I'm so excited to hear your opinions. So let's close the parent session and I will just add one of the most profound steps toward inner peace is making peace with our parents. They are the ones who gave us life, who brought us into this world. This isn't about a quick fix, it's a journey, a steady, intentional path toward understanding, acceptance, and love. Making peace isn't about giving up, it's about choosing love. It's not a one-time act of willpower or something you achieve overnight. It's a lifelong practice filled with opportunities to choose love over judgment, time and time again. There's a question I often ask myself: what would love do now? This simple shift in perspective changes everything. And through the regeneration method, I invite you to adopt this mindset and begin seeing life through the lens of love. I'll be honest, this process is ongoing, even for me after years of working on my relationship with my parents. I still uncover new layers. Just when I think I've reached the core, life brings fresh challenges, asking me to integrate deeper truths and layers. That's growth. It's a spiral, not a straight line. And here's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter if your parents are still with us or not. This work transcends time and space. It's about your inner energy and the relationship you hold within yourself. Healing can happen whether your parents are alive or have passed, because love exists beyond physical boundaries. If your parents are still here, you have the gift of expressing this love in person, through words, hugs, and presence. If they are not, the transformation still happens within you as you shift your energy, your attitude, and your perspective. Every challenge you've faced with your parents has its place. Even the difficulties, the ones you might label as negative, serve a purpose. They've shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you for growth. And growth requires effort, which always has its price, right? So let's take this one step at a time. Each step builds on the last one, leading to deep transformation and healing. Are you ready to take the next step? Yeah, I see Sonia nodding. Alrighty, so Yeah, this is the end of the parent session, and we'll be having another breakout room. But before, if you want to share anything with me or have any question, or we can keep this Q&A after you come back from the breakout room. Let's see who votes for breakout room and then questions. Hands up. Good. Alrighty. Thanks for sharing. I feel like I'm so keen to hear your voices again because I've been talking here and I couldn't hear any of you. So let's go 10 minutes again in the breakout rooms. And I want you to share, how did you feel the guided exercises were for you? And how did you explore your connection with your ancestors and parents? And take a moment to share and reflect together. And here are a few prompts to guide your conversation. What stood out to you the most during the exercises? Did you notice any emotions or patterns that surprised you? How do you feel about the connection between your ancestors, parents, and your life today? I know I ask so many questions. Just focus on the one that is relevant for you. And then I'm so keen to hear your thoughts when we come back to the wider group. So this is a safe and supporting space to explore and be open, curious, and respectful to one another's journey. All right. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. And I would like you to unmute yourself and share with me how the experience was, good or bad. I can take it. Be generous and share it with me. I know it's a new experience, and whatever it felt for you, I'm happy to hear your thoughts. Who's going first? Or maybe you have a question, or maybe a curiosity, anything. This is the space to share any ideas, any thought.
Thank you so much, Anna Maria, for another beautiful evening. I'm just so grateful. Apologies for being late. I just want one clarification, if that's okay.
Sure.
You said there were 4 aspects of your mother that are a challenge, and I've got 3, but I've got yourself, my body, and success. What was the other one that I'm missing?
Yeah. So your mother represents the relationship you have with yourself, your body, your partner, and your success in life.
Wow. Thank you.
And by success, I don't mean money or possessions, the way you rest, the way you enjoy life.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope I answered your question, Wendy.
You did beautifully. Thank you. I wanted to just share actually the intensity. I think I'm going to sleep really well tonight.
That's good. Call me anytime you need a sleeping pill.
I won't need that tonight. Yeah, no, just an incredible process between, the body interconnection with the languaging of the breath work and the processes you're going through. But I was really amazed with the attitude to our life.
Yep.
And where that comes from. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's such a powerful, eye-opening exercise, right? You wouldn't imagine how much is actually related, and you need to be honest with yourself and write down the percentage and how much of that current of life and love do you receive. And then you need to start working on the relationship with your parents.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for sharing, Wendy. It's a powerful insight you shared. The attitude towards life, how much it is connected with our how we internalize the relationship with our parents. Yeah. Thank you, Wendy, and thank you for being present and enjoying. Who else wants to share? Any thought, any question?
I will.
Susan.
Yeah, hi. Good. It was just really enlightening. Like those traits from mother and father were interesting and exactly like what Wendy said. But it's highlighted for me, or it's given me more information on the journey I've been on with growth and how accepting and changing my relationship to my past, my childhood, my relationship with my parents, how I'm seeing my life starting to shift and change.
That's great.
And so that really, because, whereas we grew up probably with more, it was a struggle, it's hard work, and it was that generation. And now I'm coming out of that going, no, but I don't have this resentment towards my parents. They're both passed on now, but I can see where they got it from and then how it came on to, but I don't have to keep living that.
Yeah.
My life changed quite differently hugely in the last 2 years, that I go, I want to live differently. And it felt like it wasn't all me. And it's what I'd been conditioned, society, family, and now ancestors. So it's like it's really all making sense.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations for your work on your relationship with your parents.
Yeah.
And in my view, the responsibility lies 100% with us.
Totally.
So our parents did their best with the tools they had and the challenges they had.
Yes.
And are we still that child, or we move on? We move on. We choose to move on. Because everything we internalize, it's dictating the energy level that we have. And from that energy level, we manifest.
Yes.
So we can manifest from that inner light, from our inner self, which is pure love and acceptance and peace and calm, and send the intentions from that place into the universe. Or we can react from those wounded parts of our childhood. And you still manifest, but you manifest anger, frustration, and that's what's coming back.
Yeah, and repeat the patterns. And I see the more I accepted them, it actually made me look at my past, even childhood, very differently. But it becomes more colourful, and there's not all negative, and it starts to paint a picture that's very different to what I held.
Yeah, that's amazing, Susan. That great work you've done.
But what you've put here has given me even more depth to it and more understanding.
And that's just a glimpse of it. I don't know if you watched the Level 1 Foundation, which is
didn't get to.
It's a free video series. If you have the chance, I go into a little bit more details in each section. I didn't have enough time today. I wanted to keep it relevant and in the time that we have. But you can always access that free information there, and the pieces of the puzzle will start to click in.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this with me, Susan. Who else thinks that working on the relationship with the parents will bring peace and manifesting a different energy and receiving a different energy from the universe? Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, thank you. Who else wants to share or have a question? I'm happy to.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I
Okay,
was
no
coming
worries.
in on daylight saving time.
No worries.
And I'm so
What did you
sorry
miss?
I missed.
What did you miss? Well, I couldn't see when you came in. What section were we?
Oh, I didn't come in until half an hour ago.
Oh, okay, so
Not even that.
lucky you, everyone will get the recording. So whatever you missed is not missed. So you
I
can.
mean, exactly what I've been going through recently with my mum, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I've just missed out on all of this. It would have been so good for me.
Yeah, you didn't miss it. You'll get it. The difference with you being here, it creates a field of energy of the group, which is so powerful. When you work on yourself in a group, the energy is multiplied by the number of the people joining. But also, you have this opportunity to ask questions, which in the recorded version you don't really have. So yes, thanks for joining, even if it's late. You will get the recorded and you get the entire episode. So I will send it to you, to everyone, I think this evening or maximum tomorrow morning, depending how quickly I can get it from the cloud.
Thank you.
Who else wants to share? Sonia.
Yeah, thanks, Anna Maria. Look, I was really surprised with the depth of emotions that through that visualization, from acceptance and peace to love to anger. It was like a roller coaster ride. Yeah, and I think at the end of it, particularly when it came to the parents, I did realize, and I think you said that it is the tools that they were given at the time and their circumstances. And maybe there was a little bit of acceptance towards the end there. So, yeah, I'm eager to learn more. So
There's much more of this. There are 7 steps on how to internalize your relationship with your parents. I didn't have time, but I'm always happy to share more with you whenever you feel like you want to get more information. I'm always here. But what I wanted for tonight is to shift a little bit your perspective. And I hope I managed to do that.
definitely did that, yes.
Because I will tell you what, and for those who haven't seen my videos, so this is your inner self, which is your bright, shine light that you have inside you, right? This one. I hope you see it. This one, even if it's overshadowed by aspects from your roots, or maybe from your relationship with your parents, or from your emotions, or from, I don't know, your personalities and your actions, it's always there. This light, this inner self. And we'll get to this in session 3. So when you say yes, acceptance is one of the qualities of the inner self. Acceptance, calm, clarity, connection, curiosity. A few of them, when you feel those feelings, that means you are here, which is the higher self is elevated. And then you have anger, shame, fear, frustration. So the closer you are to this source, the better you feel. And when you start to drift away, you feel, I wouldn't label the emotions as positive or negative, but more as a polarity of our inner state and how close or far away we are from this. So when you say yes, coming back to your question about the parents and how much they did with the tools they had and the knowledge they had and the challenges and the times they lived. So let's not forget they lived completely different lives than us. When you say yes, you actually unlock their true potential because you are closer to your inner self. And acceptance is one of the most powerful tools for you to unlock and heal and move on.
Thank you. You did that tonight because acceptance has never been in my vocabulary until now. So thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. Thanks for sharing with me. Anyone else with such a powerful insight? Thanks, Sonia. Anyone else would love to share or ask anything?
Yeah, with the, like, I totally understand, like, the acceptance and the forgiveness. And I know I didn't hear what was going on before, and I wish I did. I'm glad I get to listen to the recording. With the acceptance and the forgiveness, it's still okay not to go back there if it's such a toxic thing and you need to protect yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to withdraw yourself from that.
Yeah, that's a great question, Kate. But the view about forgiveness, I will take it in parts. Forgiveness in the regeneration methodology, it's actually blended with acceptance because forgiveness in the rightful way, it means I forgive you because I'm superior and you are inferior. I'm a saint and you are a villain. So in my vocabulary, you won't be hearing talking me about forgiveness, but you will be hearing me talking about acceptance. And what does mean? Let's come back to the second part of your question. Let's say it was a traumatic event in a relationship with one of your parents or one of your member of the family system. That means you don't agree with what they did, but you accept that thing happened. And it happened. It's a fact. You cannot say it didn't happen. It doesn't mean you agree with what they did, but you accept it. And because it is in you, in your body, you feel it, you still have that blockage, energetic blockage. It's your responsibility 100% to work with it.
Yeah.
So what happens is when a traumatic event happens, I will talk in session 3 more about it. It's the parts. So it has been demonstrated in the Harvard University, Richard Schwartz, which is the pioneer for internal family system methodology. It has been demonstrated that we are composed by this self, the inner self, and a multitude of parts. So what's happening? Those parts, we are born with them and they also develop during our life. So when a traumatic event happens, this part, shifts into, and one becomes a protector and one becomes an exiled part. So what's happening? The one that is suffering is pushed down in the basement for you not to feel the pain anymore. And this protector is keeping your defenses systems. In the work that I do is gently, without breaking any defenses system, talk to this protector, befriend this protector, and allow him to release those blockages that is holding him. And once this protector relaxes, it allows you to talk to this exiled part. And again, you heal this exiled part, because hiding it in the basement is not resolving it, because the pain comes back, because of the system always tends to balance. So whatever we reject or hide, it comes back. So the proper work is, yes, it's been a trauma. It has been a traumatic event. You just go and talk to that part of you, which is a Kate at 5 years old, at 7 years old, or whenever that thing happened, and you heal that part. And you heal that protector and also the exiled part. And you release from your body, because the blockages and the trauma, it is stored in your body, until you feel that is not triggering you anymore. It's a work in progress. It's not like you go there and that's it, magic. But if you are committed, there are tools, and you can work on the shoulders of giants who've done it before. And this, I hope I answered your question, Kate.
Yes.
Yeah?
Thank you.
My pleasure, and thanks for the great question. So you gave me the opportunity to link also the next sessions where we will go deeper into those aspects. So any other question or curiosity? Curiosity is one of the inner self qualities. So when you're curious,
I'm right for now, but yeah,
okay,
I do ask a lot of questions. So
you're welcome anytime. So yeah, that is the end of the today's session. If you don't have any other question, we can wrap it up then. So thank you so much again, beautiful ladies. Thank you for giving your time for this session. I hope to see you again tomorrow. If you see any value in what I'm saying here, I must be honest with you and tell you I've been quite nervous because it's my first time I'm running this, but I will get stronger. Thank you. So I will be very happy to see you again tomorrow. And session 2, it will be about the body and the emotions, which is another session that we go through a little bit of theory, and also I'm preparing for you some interesting exercises to go through. All good. Thank you again. I wish you a good night's sleep and all the best. Much love.
Good night.
Bye. Good night. See you tomorrow.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kate. Keep an eye on the recording. It's coming.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.